Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Shaneria and this is Talking Crime. Today we have a new reaction video. If you like reaction videos, you guys drop down in the comment section after this video, comment and tell me what you think about this story. Also, if you like reaction videos, subscribe to this channel and join the family. And if you are returning, y'all already know how we like to do it. Let's get straight into today's reaction video.
Story time of how I was supposed to be in another state right now on a vacation, but I'm here looking like this. So let me tell y'all why I'm here looking like this. I do want to preface this story by saying that I used to really be the type of girly to ignore red flags. Let me turn on the air. To ignore red flags. So as I'm saying this story, you're going to hear a bunch of red flags, but I was able to identify the red flags in the moment, and I was able to cut this person off sooner than later. Now, I deal with loneliness, so in the past, I have ignored all red flags for years, just so I can have companionship. So the fact that this only lasted for about 4 months total is awesome. So don't be the asshole commenting, oh my god, that was a red flag, that was a red flag. I know, and I'm gonna tell you in the moment when I knew that these were red flags. Again, most people do not know in the moment that something is a red flag, but this time I knew that everything that I'm about to say was a red flag. Okay, yeah. So the story starts at church. My church held an event that was supposed to be like a singles gala, but then they opened it up to the public so where it could be like couples can come, whatever. But the main purpose of it was to connect the singles in the church. So I'm there, I see a guy that is very tall, very attractive, but it looks like he's with a woman, so I'm like, oh dang, never mind. The pastor gets on the mic. He's like, if you have an open seat next to you, raise your hand. I raise my hand. The attractive guy, he comes up and sits next to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now this guy was I'm not gonna lie, probably the most attractive guy there that night. So all the girls were looking at this man. Mind you, it was a church event, so there was way more women than there was men. So everybody kind of looking at this man, want this man, trying to talk to this man, and this man is on me. The whole night he's talking to me, he's by me. He would wander away, but he would always make his way back to me. So we started talking, and I asked him basic questions like, how old is he? He said that he was 37. I asked him, did he have any kids? He said that he had one, and I was like, oh wow, that's like really good to be 37 with one kid. And he was like, yeah, I'm not out here loose like everybody else in the city, whatever. He then asked me, how many kids do I have? I said 2. I said one is 9, one is gonna be 3, and he was like, oh my gosh, like you have a 3-year-old, like that's really young, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't interact with her dad on that level, so you know, no worries there. Fast forward, we exchanged numbers. We did go to 2 additional places that night together, and it was just a vibe. Cool. So we exchanged numbers. He ends up going out of town for a week, and then there were just scheduling conflicts where I had things going on, he had things going on, so we didn't get to meet up again until March 14th. March 14th comes, and the main trajectory was to go on a bowling date because I really like bowling. And yeah, so we met up, we go to dinner, which was PF Chang's. He randomly wanted to go there, and I'm like, okay, I really don't eat here like that because I don't know what to order here, but sure, fuck it, YOLO. So he pays for the bill, cool. We then head to the bowling alley, and he is like ordering the lanes. So he gets the lanes, he asks me what size shoe I wear, I tell him my size shoe. He then asks the lady how much is it gonna cost. I think she said like $55. As soon as she said how much it cost, he walked away. So I'm sitting here like, I'm confused. So I'm just standing there waiting for her to pass me my shoes. She passes me my shoes, and then she's like, sir, you gotta pay. And he just walked away to the lane. So at this point I'm irritated, but I don't do like money games and stuff like that. I shouldn't have did this, but I ended up getting my card out. I paid. Now I was irritated, I was visibly upset by that, but my thing is, I don't like being embarrassed when it comes to like money. Like I don't do stuff like that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't go out with men that like don't pay the bill. I don't go out with men that are like, let me test her, let me play with her. I don't do shit like that. So I was utterly thrown off and like bothered. So I paid and I was pissed, and I very noticeably told him that, like, that was so weird. Like, why would you walk away? Like, why? I'm extremely sick, by the way. But yeah, I'm like, why would you walk away? Whatever. He's like, oh, I was just kidding. I didn't really expect you to pay. I thought you were gonna call me back. I will just give you your money back. I'll just send it to you. It's no big deal. I was pissed. I was turned off. My energy was bad the rest of the night. I ain't gonna lie, because that's weird. Like, I don't do men trying to test me. I don't do money manipulation games. I don't do none of that. So that was red flag number one. Okay, I started drinking some drinks that night. I put my pride to the side. Even though I'm pissed, he said he would give me the money back. Okay, cool. So I'm cool. Fast forward, we start spending a lot of time together after this night. Like, he would come over to my house, I would go to his house, whatever. One time when he came to my house, his car got towed from my apartment complex, and I took him to go pick up his car, and we were trying to see if he can get his car back for free, because basically my old apartment complex towed his car because he didn't have his plates on the car, but they were sitting on the seat. So, like, he had the plates, they weren't technically on the car because he didn't have the tool to put them on the car. So while they were talking back and forth with my apartment manager, he hands me his car registration. On his car registration is obviously his full name, his first and last name and middle name. So I'm like, okay, let me do a background check on this guy just to make sure that he's who he says he is, doesn't have like no crazy criminal record, whatever. I do a background check on this guy. Remind you, he told me he had one child with, this man has 4 kids with 4 different women. I immediately lose my shit because I'm like, what? Like, who lies about that? I immediately call him as soon as he handed me the registration. I didn't do the background check until later that night. Once I did it and I saw that, I immediately called him. I'm like, hey, somebody just told me that you have more kids than what you're telling me. Is that true or no? And I didn't confirm with him that I know that you do. I just said somebody told me, and he admitted it. Like, yeah, I do have more kids, but we just met, so I didn't feel like I was comfortable telling you about that yet. And I was like, yeah, but when I met you at the gala, you said you only have 1 kid and you're not out here loose. And then you said that my kid is too young and I'm probably talking to my baby dad, but your kid is the same age as my kid. Like, he had a kid in 2023. So it's like, what do you mean? Our kids are the same fucking age. At this point, I block him and I'm like, I'm not talking to this man, because that is like a super duper red flag, and that is not something that you should lie about. After talking to some of my peers, they were just like, it's not that deep, in a sense of like, you did just meet him and this doesn't have to be like the love of your life. Like, you should just enjoy having fun with him, spending time with him, whatever. It doesn't have to be that deep. And so I opened up my eyes a little bit, because I'm like a real lover girl. Like, if I'm talking to you, I want to like be in a relationship. I want to lock in with you. I don't just talk to people to have fun. So I thought about it, like, you know what, maybe I do just need to talk to people to have fun, because what the fuck. Mind you, this man is really, really fine to me too. This man is my type. Me and this man look so good together. Like, we took pictures at the gala together. We looked fire. He's dark skinned, he's tall, he got a nice body. He's 6'5", I'm 5'9", like, he dark skinned. Like, he just fine to me, right? So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just have fun with this man, okay? I'm gonna just vibe. So that's the second red flag that happened though. So fast forward, he then asked me, after I unblock him, he apologizes and I want to start over and da-da-da-da-da. I want to know if you want to come with me to my cousin's birthday party. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Where's that at? He said R&B Tuesdays at Mr. B's. So I'm like, okay, cool. Now, Mr. B's is a club in the city of Milwaukee that I've never been to, but I'm like, okay, cool. You know what? I don't have my kids on that Tuesday. Sure, let's go. Let's sign up. And I will tell y'all the rest in part 2. So make sure that y'all check part 2 out. Hopefully it's only going to be 2 parts. And yeah.
No, the red flag was a date night at church. And it wasn't just for singles, which it was at first, which is weird to be having some type of date night at church to me. But it was for people that was together also. That was crazy. At the end of the day, like, it really doesn't matter where the heck you meet a person. You can meet a person and have so many red flags, even if it was outside of church. She just proved that it doesn't matter if it's church or not. Like, it just depends on who the person is. And F them friends. Like, at this point, your friends don't have your best interest at heart, because they should have told you to run from all of that. Why would they tell you, oh, just have fun, just have fun? Well, just having fun could get your feelings up and involved too. So them friends didn't, honey, girl, stop getting advice from them.
Part 2. I was supposed to be on vacation, but I'm sitting here looking a mess. Continue. Okay, so he asked me, do I want to go to the club for his cousin's birthday? I'm like, sure. That day comes around, and he texts me like, can you be at my house at 6 o'clock? Mind you, I get off work at 5 o'clock. The club don't start popping until 10 p.m. Like, that's typically when you have to be there. So I'm like, 6 o'clock too early? Nah, I'm not gonna come that early. And he's like, okay, we'll just be here by like 7:30 then. So I'm like, okay, cool. So as I'm getting ready to go to his house, he calls me like, hey, I didn't have time to grab any food. Can you get me some food? And I'm like, okay, sure. What would you like? And he's like, it could be tacos or wings. And I'm like, oh, okay. Mind you, I do not know this man well enough. Oh, I do want to preface, this is still in the month of March. So our first link up was March 14th. Things happened really quick. Even me having him blocked for a week, like, it happened really quick, right? So I don't know this man well enough to know where he would want tacos or wings from, because I really don't know this man. So I'm like, oh, okay. He was like, just let me know when you're done getting ready, and then like, I'll let you know like which one I want or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. I get done getting ready, I call him, I'm like, hey, I'm done. What do you want? He was like, what do you mean, what do I want? I already told you what I want. I want tacos or wings. The attitude switch was insane. And I'm like, okay. I said, so where do you want tacos or wings from? Anywhere that's by you. Don't you live by a bunch of places? Anywhere. Get it from anywhere. And I'm like, wait, I don't know you enough to just go to a taco place and order you some tacos, or go to a wing place and order you some wings. Like, what type of wing flavor would you like? Would you like ranch or blue cheese? When it comes to tacos, what type of tacos? Do you want tacos? Do you want quesadillas? Like, what do you want? I don't fucking know you, bro. I don't know. He's like, I don't know. Just tell me a place by you and I'll let you know. So as we're on the phone, I pull up the nearest taco place by me. I send him the menu. He's like, okay, yeah, I want the chicken quesadilla quesadillas. Y'all, I would have never ordered that man that. Like, I would, you said you wanted tacos. If I did not question him like that, I would have got him the wrong thing, because I don't know you, bro. So anyway, even though he was rude as fuck, I still went to go buy the tacos, and I brought it to him. So obviously I'm not dressed for the club, because it's only 7 o'clock at this point. I just like gathered all my stuff, because he told me like, just get dressed at my house, whatever. All I did was like my makeup, but other than that, I had a bag full of clothes, I had my heels, and then I had his food. So once I got to his house, I'm like, hey, can you just come downstairs and help me with the bags? And he's like, okay. He comes downstairs, he sees the bag, and he like, this is it? You couldn't carry this by yourself? And that was it, y'all. He didn't say thank you for the food. He didn't say, oh, nice to see you, let me get a hug. Nothing. That was that. So I'm sitting here like, wow, this is very awkward. Like, I've never done something nice for somebody and their response is like being rude to me. Like, that's kind of weird. So I just sat there quiet, and we were just like, he was watching the show and I was just sitting there quiet, letting him watch the show. And then I texted my sister like, hey, I need you to call me so I can like say I have a reason to leave. So my sister calls me and I go to her house at this point, and he was pissed. He's like, why are you leaving? We're gonna go to the club soon. And I'm like, no. Like, at this point it was 11 o'clock, y'all. So we've just been sitting here this whole time. We still haven't left. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go to my sister really quick. I need a jacket. Anyway, I go to my sister's house and I'm like, I tell her what's going on, and I'm like, I really don't think I should go with him, because like the vibes are not good. Like, it's just not good vibes. Like, I don't want to go. And then eventually I was like, you know what, no, I'm gonna go, because I'm already dressed, I'm already out here, fuck it, I'm gonna go. So I end up going back to this man's house to go to the club, and of course I knew what he was gonna do. He was gonna blame me for us being late, but y'all, we were literally just sitting at his house while he was watching TV the whole time, so that's why I ended up leaving. So he's like, you're making me late because you went to your sister's house, you didn't even get a jacket, you could have stayed here, whatever. And I'm like, bro, let's just go. So we get to the club, we meet up with the cousins. He does not introduce me to them at all. Nobody says hi to me. The vibes were weird. So I'm like, okay. Typically, I'm the type of person where if somebody doesn't introduce me, I'll introduce myself. But I'm not doing that shit no more. So I was like, they ain't speak to me, I'm not speaking to them, whatever. So I ended up seeing this guy that I'm very close with. Like, I know him. My sister knows him, whatever. I'm like, hey. And then we hug each other. He's like, why are you hugging another nigga while I'm here? That's so embarrassing. Da 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 da. And the vibes were just bad, guys. So I'm like, bro. Anyway, the night continues on. Me and him do not speak. We're like, he vibing, I'm vibing. I don't have an attitude no more though. I'm just vibing in my own world. And then his cousin starts twerking on him, and I'm like, what the fuck? So after all the twerking that she's been doing on him all night, she then asks him to put her heels on. I have never had a man put on another bitch heels in front of my face, and he bent down for at least 30 minutes trying to figure out how to put her heels on. So I looked over and I tapped him. I said, hey, you done putting on this bitch shoes yet? Because I'm ready to go. He like, what? Why are you calling her that? That's my cousin. I said, ain't no way that's your cousin and your cousin twerking on you. That shit weird. He like, she never twerked on me, da 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 da. Whatever. Fast forward, I get to his house, and I didn't want to stay at his house, but I was really drunk, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just sleep on the couch, mind my business, whatever. This man comes in the room damn near 3 a.m. I'm sitting in the kitchen at this point. He comes in the kitchen, he like, hey,
what a person had to do, shoot you in the face for you to realize, like, girl, fucking run? You literally left and came the hell back. What? Like, ooh, I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm finna go to my cousin's house so we can cut the cake, so I'll be back. But to me, I felt like he was kicking me out, so I was like, wow, like, I'm really drunk, you just gonna kick me out? I ain't say that to him. I just walked out. I left. Fast forward the next day, I texted him. So this is red flag number 3, I think, or 4. I don't even fucking know. But fast forward, I texted him the next day like, hey, I did not have a good time with you last night. The vibes were completely off. I brought you food. You were being rude to me. Then you didn't even introduce me to your family. Like, that was weird. Then you basically kicked me out when you knew I was drunk. He was like, I never kicked you out. All I said was I was going to cut the cake and you could have stayed at my house. I'm like, it didn't have to be bad vibes, da da da. I said, yeah, but I'm not interested in talking to you. So I blocked him. I blocked him for another week. And then, cool. So now comes April. In April, he asked me like I unblocked him and I hit him up. And I said something. I forgot what I said, but I unblocked him. I hit him up. And basically he was like apologizing, saying that he wants to meet up, and we ended up going out to get tacos together. Cool, normal vibe. Fast forward, we're going to his basketball games and stuff because he played basketball, and you know, the vibes are just normal and cool, but he has a very bad attitude problem. So it's just like, bro, I just don't think me and him click. Like, we don't relate because like I'm like a very goofy, funny girl. Like, I just like to have a good time. I'm not the girl that complains a lot. I'm not the girl that has an attitude. So I think he needs a girl that is like attitudey, because he's attitudey. Like, he's the type like, oh my gosh, they're taking so long with my juice. Like, what is like complaining and attitude, and I'm not that type of person. So the more that like we're hanging at these games, mind you, we don't really see each other often. I probably saw him 2 to 3 times in April. I'm just noticing like this guy is just really not my guy. Like, so fast forward to May, Mother's Day, he asked me to go out to eat randomly with him and his mom, and that was just him trying to like love bomb me, I feel like, because I feel like he never asked his mom to come. But I ended up telling him, yeah, on Mother's Day. He's like, oh, she's not gonna come because she's going out with her husband, so it's just gonna be me and you. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we go out to eat or whatever, And while we're out to eat, this man is telling me that during the month of April, mind you, we saw each other 3 times, but that's not a lie. But he's like, during the month of April, yeah, I kind of met this girl and I really wanted to. Okay, so he's like, I met this girl and I really wanted to be with her, but she's bisexual, so I kind of felt like she was BSing me, because there were times where like she refused to talk on the phone with me because she was with other people, I guess. And I'm just sitting here listening to, like, one, first off, if you really wanted to be with this girl, why did you ask me to go out with you and your mom for Mother's Day? I'm confused. 2, how did you fall in love with this girl in a matter of weeks, and we still have been talking in April? Like, not really much, but I'm confused. Like, I'm just lost. I'm sorry, this has to be 3 parts. Go to part 3. Okay, part 3 of how I was supposed to be on vacation today, but I'm not. Okay, so I'm sitting here listening to him basically telling me how he was like madly in love with this girl. He really wanted to be serious with her, and she's bisexual, so he couldn't trust her because she wouldn't answer the phone with sometimes, and sometimes when they were on the phone she would abruptly hang up, etc., etc. So this is all at my Mother's Day brunch, by the way, that we're having this conversation about this other woman. So I'm just listening and I'm like, yep, me and this man are not compatible at all, because like, what the fuck are we talking about? So fast forward, I parked my car at his house on Mother's Day, so he ends up taking me back to my car, and we go inside of his house for like a little while, because we ended up going to his basketball game. So I knew that I was going to leave my food in his house while we go to the basketball game. So we go to his basketball game, and before we go, I'm like, hey, please don't let me forget my food. Like, I really want my food, whatever. We get back from the basketball game, y'all. I have my daughter at this point because we picked her up. So I put her in my car, and I'm sitting in my car, and I'm like, oh wait, can you go get my food? He's like, I'm not going up there to get your food. My back hurts, my legs hurt, I just play basketball. And I'm like, well, aren't you going in the house anyway? And he's like, yeah, but I'm not going to go bring you your food. You can go get it. And I was like, no, because I have my daughter. Like, I'm not going to leave my daughter here. And then he's like, I'll stay with her. I'm like, no, she does not know you. I'm not leaving my daughter with you. He's like, oh, well, I guess you're not going to get your food. And I'm like, okay, weird. So I immediately texted him a long text like, bro, this is what I'm talking about. You're rude as fuck. Like, you can't even get my food. Like, I've never had a man not run up in his own house and get my fucking leftover food. Mind you, I told you I wanted this. Mind you, it's fucking Mother's Day. Like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. So that was that. So that was on Mother's Day, which was like May 10th or 11th, something like that. I don't know. So we ended up getting into an argument because, like I said, I texted him that. He starts arguing with me like, oh, you're deflecting, because I told him like, we're not compatible, whatever. We argue. After that, we don't talk. May 16th, I'm on a date with another man. I'm literally sitting at dinner with this man, and I get a text from him, and he's like, hey, I have a really random question to ask you. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, do you like Wale? And I'm like, I mean, I do listen to him sometimes. And he's like, well, hold on, I'm gonna send you a voice note because it's too much to type. So he sends me a voice note, and he's like, I'm going to this concert June 25th, and I really want you to come, but let me know because I'm gonna buy us the flights next week, da 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 da. So I respond to him and I say, yeah, this is very random, but I really don't know how we would be on a trip together, judging by our past. Like, we clearly are not compatible people. We clearly probably shouldn't be out of state with each other. So I was like, I'll think about it though. You know, I'll ask my sitters if they're gonna keep my kids, and if they do, you know, sure, I'll think about it. So I ended up asking my kids' dad, like, can they get them? They both said yeah, they can take the kids. So I'm like, cool, okay, I'm baby free. And then it's like, now I'm debating with myself, like, should I go out with this man, should I not? So he ends up asking me, can I go to his basketball game with him? Because after he asked me to go out of town with him, he wanted to like prove that we're good, so he was trying to spend more time with me. So he asked me to go to his basketball game with him, and I was like, you know what, sure. So I go to his basketball game. As I'm sitting in his car, he gets a phone call from a girl named Iceland, and I'm like, mind you, he was just telling me on Mother's Day that he was talking to this girl, he really wanted to be with this girl, and now a girl's calling him. So I'm thinking he's not gonna answer. Y'all, he answers the phone, and he's like talking very robotic. I'm walking into my game, I can't talk right now. And she's like, she says something, and then he's like, I can't hear you. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, I just wanted to wish you a good game, but I guess I'll talk to you later, so just call me later. And then he's like, okay, I'll call you later, bye. Very robotic. And I didn't say shit. I'm like, bro, not this man just answer the phone for another bitch while I'm in the car. So I go to the game. I'm sitting there frustrated the whole game, low key, but I'm just playing it cool, trying to be cool, whatever. He ends up, going to the game, whatever. He take me back to my car. As soon as I get in my car, I text him like, I hope you and Iceland enjoy our conversation tonight. You take her on the fucking trip. He then starts saying, no, it's not like that. What do you mean? You don't even know who that is. That's not even that. Da 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 da. See, you're always starting stuff. Da 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 da. I blocked his ass because, boy, I don't even care. You go with the damn girl. You're disrespectful as fuck. After blocking him, he then calls me on Instagram, because he wasn't blocked on Instagram. A week later, he's like, I really only want to go on this trip with you. Please, I'm so sorry. Like, please, da 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 da. Let's go out to dinner so we can talk, whatever. So we go out to eat. We go to brunch on like a Sunday, and we're talking, and he's like, I booked this trip because I want to show you that I want to be with you. I want to show you, because at this point he booked the flight for me, and he sent the screenshot that he booked the flight. So he's like, I booked this trip because I want to be with you. I want to show you that I'm serious about you. Like, I want to start on a new note because we haven't been, the best, da 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 da. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, well, I got sitters, I'm able to go. It's just the principle of like, I don't know if this is a good idea for me to go with you because of like how we are together. So fast forward, guys, I'm thinking in my head, like, should I really like go? So I did start making like all my outfit wish lists for the trip. Like, I had all the outfits ready, and I was finna slay down. I had my hairstyle ready. I was ready, right? But then I kept getting this gut feeling like, no. And just like the gut feeling I got when I shouldn't have went to the club on that Tuesday, I kept getting that feeling like, this is not gonna be good, bro. It's never good with y'all. It's never good with y'all. Fast forward to 2 weeks ago. This is when shit really was over for me. It was a baby free Tuesday night for me. I wanted to see him, so I asked him like, hey, what are you doing? I would love to like see you. He's like, yeah, you can see me, but I'm going to R&B Tuesday. And I was like, oh, you know what, then never mind, I'll just see you another time. He's like, no, I really want you to come with me. I'm like, okay, cool. I go to his house. I'm thinking we're gonna immediately leave and go out to eat, y'all. No, this man is folding laundry, and I'm like, what the fuck? So okay, I wait for him to fold his laundry. Then he's like, I'm gonna leave you here, and I'm gonna go and help do something for somebody really quick. And I'm like, what? No. So I immediately leave because I'm like, bro, I'm hungry, I'm pissed, I'm leaving. So I leave. He called me back like, can you please come back? I'm like, well, can you just give me some gas money and then I'll come back? Him, no, I'm not giving you any money. Me, okay, no. Mind you, I live very far. I live in a whole different county than he lives. So it's like, I live far. So for him to not even offer like $15 to give me gas after I just wasted my time going to his house, crazy. Anyway, he then was like, well, can I just come to your house? And I was like, you know what, sure. He then texted me something very explicit and freaky, and I was not in that type of mood at all. And I said, bro, do not come to my house. I then sent him a long text saying, hey, me and you are not compatible. I never have a good time when I'm with you. I always have to deal with your attitude and your rude comments and XYZ. I do not want to go on this trip with you. Respectfully, cancel that shit. And he did. Now, the evil side of me was wanting to cancel his flight yesterday, but the mature side of me was like, I am not interested in that man. That man is not for me. I don't care that he's going. Like, he already left. The flight was at 8 a.m. He didn't rebook another girl, surprisingly, but another girl could fly in from another day, or he could have bought her a ticket with a different confirmation number. Who knows? So it's like, I don't really know. But ultimately, I don't really care because that's not the person for me, and it doesn't fucking matter. I was gonna cancel letting my kids go with their dads, but no, I need a break. Mama need a break. So I'm gonna figure out something to do. Probably take a little road trip, go somewhere. But yeah, that's how I ended up not going on a vacation with a nigga that I shouldn't have ever even talked to in the first fucking place. I'm sick, but I'm about to make me some blackened catfish and some jasmine rice. But okay, so I gave y'all the parts of the story. I did kind of like forget to include some stuff. So at first he was very nice to me, very sweet, but what ended up happening was on March 29th I went out to a bar by myself. A guy ends up walking up to me, asks can he sit by me, and I'm like yeah. He tells the bartender everything she buys is on me, everything that she already, like her tab that she already has is on me. I'm like, oh, okay. So I start recording on my Instagram story, and this man is literally like talking to me while I'm recording on my story. So, you know, he like, I want you, I want to pay for whatever you need. If you need help with your rent, da 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 da. The trip guy, we're gonna call him trip guy or tall guy, he is friends with me on Instagram, so he's hearing this whole interaction, and basically that is what made him change his vibes. Like prior to remind you, this all happened really quick but from March 14th up until March 29th we was good. Like he was nice to me, he was sweet to me, whatever. March 29th and beyond is when he started to have like this attitude, because the next day we went to brunch together, and when I got there he was like, where's Mr. Pay for shit? Why is he not here? Is he gonna pay for our bill? Like he just was pissed, and he was like, I feel like you knew you were meeting up with that dude, and I didn't know that man, y'all. I was literally there by myself. He just came. He's like, I feel like you knew him, I feel like you knew you were gonna meet up with him. I'm like, no I didn't. Yeah. So his vibes, he started being rude since that moment. I am so sick and I have the worst headache ever. I just want y'all to know that. So anyway, he was rude as fuck since then. And yeah, the reason why I stopped talking to him, because the story is very sporadic, but the big chunk of us talking was March, even though it was very quick, and May, even though that was very quick. April, after the weird R&B Tuesday thing with his cousin, I actually hit up an old guy that I used to talk to, and the month of April, me and him was heavy going on dates, talking to each other, fucking with each other, etc. And I was talking to that guy. He's a barber, so we're gonna call him Barber, and we're gonna call the guy that this story is about Tall Guy. So I was talking to Barber, and I'm like telling him about Tall Guy, and I'm like, I just don't like him like that. Like he fine, but I don't really like him like that. Like we don't mix. And he kept saying like, if you gonna keep saying that, why you keep meeting up with him? And it's like, because he was fine. Like, and I hate to sound like that slow, but like, I ain't gonna lie, like if that man wasn't such a girl, I feel like me and him would have been a great couple. Cause here's the thing, like when I'm saying like he got an attitude and stuff like that, he wasn't. The examples that I gave to y'all are the only times when he's been rude and attitudey with me. Now, yes, that's more than enough because I'm not used to a man being rude and attitudey with me at all. But that was only like 4 examples, right? It's not like he was just being rude to me. What was throwing me off was he acts like a bitch to other men. Like when I would be at his basketball games, the players will be laughing at him because they like, bro, a bitch, bro. He crying again. He complaining again. Because that's how he acts. He acts like a fucking girl. Like literally. I remember he got mad at the ref. The ref was fucking 12 years old. He like, you wanna go quarterback? You wanna go quarterback? Especially this. Like, he will get mad on the court and just throw a fucking tantrum. Like, bro, you're 37, mind you. He's playing basketball with people that are my age, people that are in their 20s. I'm 29. So it's like you're supposed to be the older guy on the team, the more reasonable, logical guy. You act like a bitch. These niggas are laughing at you because you act like a bitch. Even when it comes to other people, he will have an attitude. So it wasn't like the man just got an attitude with me. No, like I said, the only times where he's had an attitude with me were the times that I listed on the videos. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Those are the only times when he had an attitude with me. My biggest problem was he got an attitude, period. He's an attitudey type of guy. That is annoying to me. I don't want to be on a date with a dude and he got an attitude with the waitress because it took 3 more extra minutes to bring a drink out. Like, I don't need that type of energy. I'm not that type of girl. I'm a fun vibe girl. So, outside of like the fuck shit experiences that we had together, like the cousin thing or him answering the phone for a girl, some people might be like, but why would you not go on a free trip? That is why, y'all. It's not like this is somebody that I genuinely ever have a good time with. I don't have a good time with this person. Literally. Like, there's been guys that have been like my ex-boyfriend. He was a fucking asswipe, right? But me and him always had a good ass time when we were together, outside of him being a fucking asswipe. If I would have went on this trip with him, I would have been like quiet the whole time. And that's one thing about me. I'm not a quiet person. So I just would have been quiet observing him being rude to every fucking body because he's rude. Like, not to me, to everybody. He's just rude as fuck. He has an attitude. He acts very girly. And me, I'm like, no offense to the gay community, I'm an ally, but I am not gay. Like, I've never wanted to date a woman because of the attitude. And that's how I feel it is with him. It's like I'm with a girl. I don't want to be with no damn girl. So no, I couldn't just go on the free trip. Why you just didn't go on the free trip? No. Furthermore, I feel like I would have had to, like, I don't know, I feel like that would have been a situation where, like, I get pissed. Because one thing about me, I'm not going to hold my tongue just because you pay for some shit. Baby, this ain't that. So I feel like I would have been like, bro, you're making me mad. You're pissing me off, da-da-da-da. And he would have canceled my flight back. No fucking big deal, for real. I would have just bought the flight back, but this isn't my trip. I don't got money to be spending like that right now on some random ass shit, like a random ass flight back home. I shouldn't even be out of state with your ass. No. So yeah. Did I turn down a little vacation? Yes. Did I snap on him too? I said, you're a deadbeat ass bitch and you need to be taking your 4 kids on vacation, not me. Blah. So yeah, I don't know. But then, like I said, I was finna cancel his trip, but I don't even give a fuck about that man to do all of that. Like I said, I started talking to Barber, and I was going strong with Barber. Now, fuck the Barber too. I ain't gonna even do no stories about him now. But just know, I'm back to being single for real, cause like fuck all these niggas. Y'all, I am extremely sick, but let me explain what I meant by this. So, obviously, him having 4 kids and lying about it is that deep, which is why I immediately got mad and why I immediately blocked him. That's not what I meant, though. So, when I said I would talk to my peers, here's the thing about me. I don't know how to just date and vibe. Like, you know, like, you're supposed to date a bunch of people and like figure out like, oh, okay, this person I'm not compatible with, this person I would never be with, whatever. I don't know how to do that. I start talking to somebody and I think that you gotta lock in with them. Meaning, if I meet somebody today, I expect them to tell me everything today, and I expect us to be heading towards marriage. Like, I don't know how to like casually date. I don't know how to just like be a friends with benefit type of vibe. Like, I don't know how to, you know, just be more casual with stuff. So therefore, I'm not the type of person that can like listen to red flags like that and be like, okay, but I still just want to enjoy, like, I have a good time with him, so I just want to keep going out to eat, like getting free food and da 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 da. Like, I'm not that type of person. And you know, that may be why I'm always alone, why I really don't talk to nobody, because like as soon as I'm thrown off because it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's not my husband, and then I leave them alone. So when I said I was talking to my peers, it was because my peers is like, bro, everybody is not gonna be your husband. Like, everybody is, it's not that deep. Like, you don't have to make this shit that deep with everybody. Like, you think he's attractive, you like spending time with him, like y'all go do fun shit, just do that. Like, you don't have to see a relationship with this person. You don't have to see a marriage with this person. He already turned you off in that way. Cool. You can still kick it with him though if you're having a good time. And it's like, that's how I need to start thinking, like, dead ass. I don't know how to think like that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. like I said, I'm like lover girl for real. Like, I don't know how to just enjoy a good vibe. Like, I don't know how to just have a good time with somebody. Like, no. So that's why I said I immediately got mad and I blocked him, because in my head it's like, okay, I don't care if he has 4 kids. Like, I would date him if he had 4 kids. I have 2 kids. That's not a problem. It's the fact that you lied about the kids, which ruined the fairy tale for me. So even though I continue to talk to him, I never thought of him like a boyfriend or like he could be my potential man at all. Like, after that, I like, the thought of him really being my man was thrown out the fucking window. Prior to that, like I said, the vibes was good. Like, we was spending a lot of time together. Like, the vibes were great. But when that happened, it was a total switch up in my mind, because it's like, damn, you cannot be my man and you lied about some shit like this. And then furthermore, I'm thinking, like, what if I was to be in a predicament where this was my boyfriend or potentially my husband? I get pregnant. Now he abandoning my fucking kid. Like, no. So yeah, that's what I meant by it's not that deep. Meaning, it's not that deep to where I have to look at this man and like this man is not going to be my husband. This man is not going to be my boyfriend. Like, it's okay for us to identify like, oh, okay, this person is not for us. But if there's still like a good vibe, you can still spend time with them, whatever. The thing is, I started to realize this person is not a good vibe, which is why I'm not out of town with him right now. Like, no, he's not a good enough vibe for me to kick it with him still. No, now I don't want to be your girl. I don't want to be your wife, and I don't even want to be your fucking friend.
I'm sorry. Like, you knew he wasn't a good vibe, like, second time, whatever. But he told a story about he only had 1 child and you blocked him. You should have never unblocked him. Like, the red flags be dead in your face. Just tell the truth. You willing to ignore it just to think you're going to have a good time, or you willing to ignore it just because you say he looked good. And now you're not on vacation because way before he offered to go on vacation or pay for your ticket, like, he was not a good vibe at all. Like, attitudes, not only to you but to other people. So you kept prolonging it, and your friends should have been like, cut it completely off. Not, oh, he don't have to be your man or your husband. Bitch, she not having a good time at all. Like, cut him off and don't unblock him. But you just kept unblocking him, and there was no reason why. You guys, drop down in the comment section what you think about this story. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you're new here and you like this type of content, subscribe to the channel. Stop ignoring the red flags, y'all, please, because then y'all come on this platform like, oh, before I tell a story it was a whole bunch of red flags, but nevertheless, let's get started. And we just like, oh my god, girl, in your face, dead in your face. You can't say you ignoring it. You just don't want to recognize it, because you didn't ignore the red flags, because you was blocking him and then unblocking him only to go right back and have bad experiences. Keep him unblocked, move on. That's it. If you're returning, thanks you guys for liking, comment, and hyping me up to get me out into the algorithm. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Peace.